Hi, I'm psychic medium Jamie Lynn. Welcome to the Electric Spirit Podcast. Today we welcome back Natalie from Tarot to the channel, and we're going to be channeling Scott Peterson and Chris Watts today. And Natalie, I don't know if you want to just tell the audience a little bit about yourself. Yeah,
Hello, everybody. I'm Natalie. I'm also known as Femme Tarot. I'm a psychic medium. I'm also an energy reader. You can find me on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, if there is a TikTok in a couple of days
yeah.
from now, but I think there will. And yeah, that's it.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here, Natalie. Thank you so much. So I
Thank
guess
you.
we'll just start channeling these guys.
Let's do it. Do you want to start with because do you want to
Sure.
tell everyone how it started? Because you've been connecting to oh,
Lacey?
what Lacy? Yeah,
Lacey?
sorry.
Yeah. No, that's
Lacy's
okay.
energy.
Yeah, I listen to Audible because when I do things around the house, instead of just doing things around the house, I want to do something else, like learn
Mhm.
something or and so I usually listen to Audible. And I listened to Lacey's mother's book. I can't remember the name of it, but if you have a chance to listen, her name is Sharon Roca or Rocha or something like that. And she wrote this book for Lacy, and it's a great book. She narrates it. And while I was listening to it, I did get some downloads from Lacy. Like I would see images of how she was murdered. And what's interesting is I did come across an interview with her mother. It wasn't in the book, but it was an interview after that. And she said similar what she thought happened as to what I saw in my visions, which kind of threw me back. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I had been connecting with Lacy for a while, and I did connect with her this morning before we met. So
Let's start with the obvious question. He did
yeah.
it, right? Did he do
Oh
it?
yes, yes, he did. Yes. Yes, he did it.
Okay.
Definitely.
Did she give you more information? Like, did she give you details as to how it happened?
Yes.
Or,
Yes, she
okay.
did. And the way he made her feel too. She gave me details on that. Like I could feel like a pain in the pit of my stomach the way he made her feel, like during
Oh,
their marriage and toward the end.
oh, wow. But
Yeah.
so what prompted this? Like, what prompted the unaliving, the killing?
He met somebody, Amber Fry. She was a massage therapist. But I feel like prior to that, I was getting from Lacy that he would cheat on her throughout the marriage. Um, and he just didn't want to be married anymore. He didn't want, and especially after Lacy got pregnant, he thought, oh, this is now I'm really trapped in this thing. Now, there's a kid involved. And he just decided to unalive her because he didn't want that responsibility. Sorry, I've got hair all over me.
Happens to me when I have lip
like
gloss.
I'm,
I hate it
I'm
when
in,
you.
I'm in a Catholic church. Sorry, Hail Mary, full of grace.
Oh God.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
I hate it when you get like hair stuck on your lip gloss
Oh
and then you're like
yeah.
trying to get it
I'm
out
sorry.
and you look like an
Yeah.
idiot trying to get it out.
Yeah,
You're
I
like,
know. That happened when I drove in a convertible once. I was all stuck to my mouth.
oh my God,
But yeah,
no.
right. But yeah, I feel like that's why he did it. He didn't want the responsibility. But you wonder with some of these people, it's like, you could just divorce each other and maybe it might cost you a little bit of money for so long, but it's not going to be like that forever. Just, you don't have to kill somebody.
I
It's
know,
kind
well,
of
just
like,
like
oh my gosh.
Chris Watts, though, he's
Yeah.
the same, right? He killed his wife in order for him
Yeah.
to be with his mistress. So
Yeah.
it's a narcissistic thing. But
Wow.
but that would have been my next question to Lacy. Did Lacy have any signs? Like, was he abusive? Was he verbally abusive during the
Yes.
relationship? Oh,
Yeah. I
he
didn't
was.
mean to cut you
Okay.
off.
No, 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 of
But
course.
that's coming from her. She's like, yes, yes, he was. She's saying he wasn't really physically abusive, more emotionally and mentally abusive toward her. He put her down a lot. Oh, It's kind of like OJ and Nicole. He was saying, she's ugly and fat when she's pregnant and
Mm.
really mean things to her.
Oh, that's
He
horrible.
didn't like her mother either. Because she was really close with Lacy, and
Mm.
he wanted to try to isolate her from the mother, but Lacy wasn't allowing that, which is good.
You know what I'm
Um,
picking up from Lacey? Sorry for interrupting
well,
because
that's
I'm also
okay.
picking up
No,
her
it's
energy.
okay.
I'm hearing because I'm asking in my head, right? I'm just thinking like, did she ever try to leave this relationship? I was just thinking that question, and she answered and she said yes
Yeah,
once when he almost got physical. It didn't get physical, but he threatened her. Uh,
interesting.
she felt threatened. She felt like he was going to attack her. That's what I got.
That's
Like
that's interesting because I was getting that too, that she was gonna maybe leave him once before.
before.
Yeah,
You
this
also pick up
happened.
that during the pregnancy, and during the pregnancy, something happened as well. I'm picking up. I don't know if you're she's telling you, but during that
Hmm.
she was pregnant with a boy, right? Because I see a baby
Yes.
boy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Connor. I think they could named him Connor.
Connor. He's a little blonde boy. I'm seeing.
Oh,
Yeah, because I can see him
aw,
in the spirit world right now, and
yeah,
he's a little blonde boy. Um,
aw,
he would have looked like her. He would have gotten her eyes. I'm seeing.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
so
That doesn't surprise me. Yeah.
Um, she did Lacey know that Scott was cheating on her? Was she aware of that?
Yes.
And especially with
Yes.
this mistress. Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
she was, and she would ask him, but he would deny it. But she knew he was fooling around. He would travel for work,
Mm,
supposedly, and then that he did it multiple times. She's saying over 20 times that he cheated.
wow.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Why didn't she leave?
She really loved him. She wanted to make it work. Um, she she just was counting on this working. She really loved Scott. She didn't want to quit.
Mm.
She wanted to keep going with it. And
They had a
um
karmic relationship, I'm picking up.
yeah, she feels they had something really special and didn't want to, she really loved him. She didn't want to let him go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot more common, people. It's a lot, it's very common
Yeah.
for women who are with sociopathic personalities or narcissists. It's hard for them to leave because they love bomb and then they abuse and then they love bomb and they
Exactly.
abuse.
Yeah, that's what Scott would do. He would do that. Scott, she says Scott was very charming. He was very, he
Mm.
could, I think he was in sales, I think, but she says, he's like a salesman. He knew how to put the charm on.
Did she ever you know what? It's really interesting. Um her mom,
Oops, sorry.
I oh
Sorry. I meant to,
we had a
I
blackout
had
for
a
a
cough.
second.
I'll edit that out.
Yeah, of course. It's okay. You know how on the radio they have a cough button? Suddenly went dark, what's going on? The mom, because I'm picking up Lacey's mom's
Sharon?
energy as well.
Yeah.
She did not like him, and
No.
I'm the mom though. I don't know if she's intuitive, psychic, or she has some kind of
Yeah. And she's
premonition.
and she's talked to psychics too. So she's open to psychics. She said that in her book.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she got this information from a psychic or this is her
Hmm.
intuition, but I am being shown or I'm
Hmm.
picking up that
Yeah.
she actually told Lacey this
Hmm.
was months before the instance, before Scott killed her.
Yeah.
I'm worried. You should leave now. I'm worried that he might harm you or he might do something to you.
I do feel like she did that. I do feel like that because I feel like they were having issues before that. And he was trying to
Yes.
isolate Lacy from the mom. And I think the mom knew about that and didn't like it. I don't feel
Yeah.
like she likes Scott.
No, I don't. I
Mm,
don't feel that she likes
no.
Scott
Uh-uh.
ever,
No.
ever.
Uh-uh. She didn't trust
Interesting.
him.
Was Connor why was Connor conceived? And I'm sorry for asking it
Oh,
this way, but
why?
why? I feel it was like to mend the relationship or to hold him. The reason why
Yes.
I'm asking is what I'm picking up is that she already knew about this mistress before she
Yes.
got pregnant or whatever mistress or a
Yeah,
mistress.
right, exactly. It wasn't Amber because I think he met her later in her pregnancy or
That
6 months or I'm not sure, but
but there was someone else before
yeah,
anyways.
there
There was
was.
always someone.
Yeah, right.
The thing is and I what I'm picking up is that um Lacy knew that he was, and this was her way of hold like keep him,
Yeah.
sort of like keep him from leaving her or
Oh, you
just
mean
have
having the
something to
baby?
unite them.
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
getting pregnant? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was what from what she's telling me, that was something that just threw him over the edge. So it had the opposite
Mm.
effect than what she wanted.
Yeah, because it doesn't seem that he wanted this baby. And I mean,
No.
he didn't want her to get pregnant. I feel this is something that she wanted to do. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. It feels like it just
Mhm.
went downhill from that. He was just feeling the pressure and he did not want to deal with
No, he
a
didn't.
baby and a wife,
And
basically.
also what I'm getting is that he probably had some money, but I guess he was kind of dependent on Lacy and her family for security and financial security,
Huh.
somewhat. Hmm.
That explains it. Because
Yeah.
he could have
Hmm.
said, hey, listen, get
Yeah.
before having a baby, hey, I want a
Yeah.
divorce. I want to live my bachelor life, my best life. But he didn't. Also, that
Yeah.
really makes sense.
But he's also, or she's also saying that she kind of pushed him into getting married. I don't think that was something he totally wanted. She kind of Lacy
Oh,
tells me, I think Lacy was a Taurus, so she was more stable. She's an earth sign. Lacy was really big on um tradition. Like, I want to get
mm,
married, I want to have a baby. Like, things were a big deal to her. I'm gonna have this baby shower. I'm gonna have this beautiful wedding. I feel like she just really liked that stuff, like the milestones in life, that was very important to her, being very
yeah.
traditional.
The fairy tale, sort of like the white picket fence, the,
Yeah,
the whole
yeah,
the whole charade. Okay.
right, right.
I mean, I'm gonna ask more of a spiritual question. Um,
Yeah.
when she passed, or when she was passing, when she was
Hmm.
transitioning to
Hmm.
the other world, to the spirit world, there's a reason why I'm asking this. Who did she
Oh,
see? Who was the first person that she, or the first?
let me see. Let me tap into that. She's showing me her grandmother,
That's what I was
a
getting.
female. Yeah, a female.
That's why, and the reason why I'm
Hmm.
asking is because I'm picking up that her grandmother, months before this happened, while she was pregnant, um, she kept seeing her grandma kept visiting Lacey in her dreams, and she kept
Interesting.
seeing her, almost like warning her, almost like trying to
Yeah,
tell her to
yeah,
leave. And she was the
yeah.
first. Okay,
I
that's
mean,
interesting.
this could be a grandma or a great grandmother. I mean, I'm not sure,
I'm
but
not sure either. I'm getting
yeah, me either.
grandma
Right. I
energy.
mean, but
Yeah.
I never met my great grandfather, and he came to me in a dream and gave me a
Yeah.
prophetic message. So, I mean, that I met him in the dream. He knew who I was. So it's like I feel like this is either her grandmother or great grandmother.
Yeah, it feels
Hmm.
so. And maternal grandmother as well, not even
Yeah.
paternal, it feels like from
I
her mom's side.
I also feel like that she was with a dog in spirit over there right after she
Oh,
passed.
I was going to say the dog because I just saw the dog.
Oh my gosh. What color?
What, it's spot. It's got like these
Yeah.
white and
Yeah.
spotty. It's got
Yes.
all these
That's what
like
I was
markings
getting.
on it.
Yes, that's the same thing I was getting. Oh my
Crazy.
gosh. I wasn't testing you. I just wanted to see if we got the same
No,
thing.
I know because it could have been Chris Watts's or it could have been Shanann's because I'm
Yeah.
connecting to her as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. I know you
No.
weren't testing, but um
No.
interesting. We
Isn't
keep
that
seeing all these
interesting?
animals in these readings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
last time we were seeing an orange cat and we're both like, we are
Yeah.
both seeing the orange cat.
I know. That was crazy.
And now we see the dog. Interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting.
You know why? I'm trying to understand, was the dog like, what's his dog? Was the dog that they had when she was,
Oh yeah, they did have a dog. It was a golden retriever.
so it's not the same dog.
No,
Yeah.
it's not the same dog.
Okay.
This
Um,
dog met her when she crossed over, so maybe it was a childhood dog. So this
maybe.
dog passed before she died.
Yeah, that's what
Hmm.
I'm also picking up. But I knew they had
Yeah,
some color I'm picking up, or I don't know how I know this, that they had a dog. But
yeah,
yeah, this is a different dog. Now, my
right.
next question is, um, does she visit Scott? I mean, does he is she around him, maybe
No,
taunting him a little bit?
she's saying no.
No, she doesn't want
Uh-uh.
anything to do with him.
No, she doesn't.
Does he dream of her, think of her? Does he have any regrets? I doubt it.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah. Mm. Now, the next question is, what was the mistress's name again? Not
Amber?
Amber.
Oh,
Amber,
Amber
yeah.
Fry. Amber Fry?
Amber Fry,
Yeah.
exactly.
Hmm.
How much did she know? And did she know that Scott was planning to do what he did to Lacy?
No. He told
Okay.
her she was dead, that she died like
So
before they
that's
met.
true. All of that that's come out
Well,
is
that
true.
is true. Yeah, she was
Okay.
dead. Well, no, I wonder, I don't know for sure if they were having an affair though before. I think they were I think he met her before Lacy died. That's what
Oh,
I'm
so
getting from my guides.
okay, so they weren't intimate before all that happened. He just wanted to clear the path for him to be able to have this relationship with Amber Fry.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, got it.
I think his friends introduced him to Amber, or he had some, I think he led like another life where he kind of was told people he was single and it was in another town or something. And
Ugh.
they set him up with her. And yeah, but I feel psychically that he was carrying on with her before Lacy died. You know what I mean? Like I feel like
Mm,
they
mm.
met and then he killed Lacy and then they kept having an affair. I
Yeah,
mean, I could be wrong, but that's what I feel.
that's what I feel too.
Uh-huh.
But the reason why I'm asking you is because also, by the way, because I've got also Shanann's energy and all that, I might be kind
Yeah.
of like confusing both of them because very
Yeah.
similar. They're very similar
Right.
cases.
Yeah. Because I also could be confusing the fact that he um fooled around and there were other women. So, he
Mm-hmm.
wanted to live that single life.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like there's like Lacy tells me like her being pregnant really like she didn't take it real well when she said I'm pregnant. He wasn't like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It was just
Mm.
sort of like he made her feel like crap. I can feel the way he made her feel like she didn't feel like she was good enough. And her mother made her feel like she was good enough, but Scott really just in the beginning he made her feel over the moon because it's like and then once he had her it's almost like the old bait and switch. Once he had her it's like he just was not nice to her at all, very abusive, very cold to her.
Oh,
uh,
wow. Throughout the whole time that they were together.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much
Oh,
he ran hot and cold, mostly cold,
no. I
very
feel bad.
controlling. Yeah, he was very controlling.
Can you pick up his energy or his higher self?
I feel like he's a very angry person.
Mm.
I feel like he manipulates and lies. I just don't have a good feeling about him.
Hmm. Hmm. How old is he now out of it? Is he like in his 50s now? He must be.
Yeah, I think he's in his early 50s.
Early 50s, right.
Hmm. Yeah.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Uh, my next, I don't know why I'm being shown his parents. I don't know why they're taking me
Okay.
there.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if they're connected to this, if they, I don't know. Do you pick anything up? Like,
Uh,
why are your parents now showing up?
I feel like his parents, especially his mother, um, how do you say this? Like, stuck up for him,
Yeah,
made excuses for him. Um, I feel like the parents, hmm, like especially the mother, like I don't feel like she's like, oh my gosh, you killed somebody. I just feel like she's sticking up for Scott. And
yeah, because
I didn't mean to interrupt. I feel
no,
like
no,
his
sorry, I interrupted you.
no, that's okay. No, I'm sorry. His mother did not like Lacy. He thought she thought Lacy was a spoiled brat.
Oh,
That's what I'm
interesting.
getting. Yeah.
Regarding the mom, yeah, because I know, because from things that I've read, I know that the
Hmm.
parents covered for him. They said, oh, he went golfing, or he went for, what was it? He was on his boat, or
Right.
he went golfing.
Yeah.
They were
Right.
covering for him.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
it feels like they're in complete denial. Like, even if they
Yeah.
do know that
Hmm.
he did it, they're
Yeah.
denying it, and they're denying it
Right.
to themselves
Hmm.
firstly,
Yeah,
and then they're
exactly.
denying it to everyone else.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know why the
Yeah.
mom keeps coming up, but she keeps visiting him at prison. I very
Yeah, I do
random.
feel like,
Guys, I'm sorry
yeah.
this might sound some, but because right now I saw Scott Peterson, he's gained a lot of weight, and I see the mom
Oh.
keeps bringing him stuff at prison,
Oh my
and a lot of money
gosh.
for the commissary. So I mean, I'm just saying that the
Wow.
Scott Peterson, that
Hmm.
narcissistic, this good-looking playboy, however he wanted to see himself,
Yeah.
that no
Hmm.
more. Steve, what's his,
Wow.
not calling him Steve. I don't know why I keep calling him
Yeah,
Steve.
you
Scott.
keep calling it Steve. That's funny. Maybe it was a Steve in a past life.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Maybe. But I keep calling him Steve for whatever reason. I don't know.
Huh.
Is there anything else that Lacey wants to share with the
I mean,
world?
I can see how she was murdered, but I don't know if we should talk about that. I don't know.
I'm completely open to it, but
Or
I know
unalived.
people
I don't know. Can
unalive
I
do it.
use that word on YouTube or should I delete that? So I can see how she got unalived. So if people are sensitive to that, they might want to fast forward through this part. Yeah, she was murdered when he was dating Amber. So things were getting very serious with him and Amber. He really liked Amber a lot. And he felt very trapped by Lacy. He was just he had to think, God, how do I get out of this? How could I get out of this? How do I get rid of this? I don't want this child. I don't want to be married to Lacy. So it looks like she was sleeping in her bed and he was starting to strangle her. And
Hmm.
then I feel that she fought back and there was a struggle, but he was very strong. And somehow she got out of the bed and he was dragging her across the floor by her hair. So I do see that on the floor. He was dragging her by the floor. It looks like a lamp fell down and broke when this happened. I don't know if like he was dragging her and a lamp fell over, but I feel like he strangled her to death. He had her by the hair and he took her out of the bedroom and he just put his hands around her neck and that was it.
Wow.
And he wrapped up the body. He put it in something like either his trunk or in something in the back of a vehicle. And the next morning he got rid of it, rid of the body and dumped it in the water in the bay in San Francisco Bay. But he had been planning this. This wasn't just I'm gonna, you know, he bought this boat, this fishing boat, and he bought the weights, the cement weights, to anchor her down.
It
So
was
he bought,
premeditated.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was. He just he knew he was gonna do it. She's saying he did think of poisoning her at first, but um
Too slow.
didn't do that. But I feel like he did give her something in her food or a drink, like a sleeping pill So maybe she wouldn't have woken up, but she did wake up when this was happening.
Oh, so she was under, so she was sort of like,
She could have been on like, let's just say Ambien or something, or
okay. So
something to
she
make
would
her
resist.
sleep. Right.
So the interest, so you know what's interesting? The fact that he unalived her using her hands, his
Or his
hands
hands. Yeah.
actually. Yeah, not her
Yeah.
hands, his
No.
hands. It just makes me feel that he hated her.
Yeah. He
This is
just,
her husband.
right. Because he felt she was real pushy. Like she was pushy and she pushed him into things. And I feel like he has a lot of passive aggressive energy that he felt
Mhm.
pressured by her. And he's somebody that maybe wasn't speaking up, or he for some reason, and he just, I don't know, it just like pushed him over the edge.
Did he have like these? What I'm hearing right now is I'm not sure if his dad was in politics or he was like some kind of like in the local politics, but
Oh,
what I'm getting is that one of like Scott's, let's say, or his ambition was to enter politics at some point in his life. I don't know.
maybe, unless he didn't tell anybody. Yeah, I feel like maybe that's what he
I
wanted
don't
to
think he
do.
said it. I'm just picking it up psychically.
Yeah, that's I can see that. I feel like Scott really liked attention, and
Yeah.
he would have liked something like that.
And he would be a good politician because, I
Hmm.
mean, despite the
Yeah.
fact that he is an unaliver, he would be a great politician because he has the
Hmm.
charm, right? He has this narcissistic charm.
Yeah.
Women love him, so at least he would get the female
Right.
voters
Hmm.
to vote for
Yeah.
him. But that's what I'm picking up, that
Hmm.
he had sort of aspirations or political
Yes.
aspirations at some point. He was too young or
Yeah.
too inexperienced. Maybe he would have
Yeah.
done that with Lacy's family's money.
Hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah, definitely. I see that for sure.
I I could see that too.
Yeah.
That's horrible. So, well, the good news is that at least Lacy was under some kind of Ambien or something, so she wasn't
Yeah.
aware or
She
conscious
was
when.
sort of conscious. She was kind of in a twilight period, I'm getting, but she
Mm,
was terrified. She knew he was going to kill her. And she just was like, why are you doing this? And she was very afraid for her unborn child.
oh, how about Connor? I mean, is he with her? Is he with some
Yes.
other, okay,
No,
guardian
he's with
spirit?
her. He does not want to be around Scott. He's
Hmm.
very protective of Lacy, I'm getting. I do feel like Connor is around the grandmother, Sharon, his
Mhm.
grandmother, Lacy's mom, a lot. He visits her, or like if Sharon were to have a medium reading, I feel like this kid has come through Connor.
Interesting. Because
Yeah.
as I said, Connor, I see his like his energy is very, very strong. Like
Hmm.
his soul is so
Yeah.
strong. Like he's even like I can see him even clearer than the grandma who's over there, Lacey's
Oh,
grandma. Yeah,
interesting.
that's why I
Wow.
can see his hair. I can see the color of his
Yeah.
hair, the color of his
Yeah.
eyes.
Hmm.
I do believe Connor is going to come back. He is going to reincarnate soonish at some
Yeah.
point.
I feel
I
like
think he's
Lacy is
ready.
too. Oh, sorry.
Lacey too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like she is too. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Do you
Hopefully
think
the
they're going to come back as mom and son again, or do you think it's going to be different next time around?
I feel like they'll come back as mom and son.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
that's what I get.
I love the energy of Lacey. Like
Yeah, me too.
she's a lot calmer than Shanann because Shanann's got
Oh,
a little bit more chaotic energy.
oh,
Um, to the point where it feels to me that maybe she had ADD that was not diagnosed when she was
oh.
here because
Mm-hmm.
she speaks fast. She talks a lot. I don't know her
Mm-hmm.
sign. I haven't checked hers. I should have checked her horoscope, her
Mm.
natal chart. I don't know what sign she is.
Interesting.
But I would say like Gemini, definitely she
That's a
has a lot of
that's
Gemini.
funny. I thought I was picking up air too. That's interesting.
You're picking up her energy for sure.
Yeah,
And he's the opposite to Lacey, like polar opposite. Like Lacey is more like the earthy, the mom,
yeah,
the nurturing. Not that Shanann
right,
wasn't. She was a great
right.
mom. She loved being a mom, but Shanann wanted love and attention outside
Yeah,
of Chris. outside her marriage. So she
Right.
was somewhat of a people pleaser,
Uh-huh.
um, someone
Interesting.
who liked who spoke on the phone a lot for
Oh,
hours. That's such a
interesting.
Gemini thing,
Uh-huh.
or a Libra.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
they
Yeah,
talk on the
definitely.
phone.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I have a friend that's a Gemini. He'll keep me on the phone for 3 hours. And then another girl, like 3, 4 hours. I'm like, I have to go. Like, this is crazy.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
so anti-telephone. Like, it's fine if you
Yeah.
speak for 10 minutes, but like, I have friends as
Yeah.
well, but they
Right.
never text, they call. I'm like, we
Uh-huh.
live in 2025.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You text before you call.
Uh-huh. Right, exactly.
No, because they talk a lot. I need psychologically to be
Yeah,
like
I
ready
know.
to.
Yeah, exactly.
I know what you
Yeah.
mean.
Hmm.
So very different. It's interesting because very different energies, the two women, whereas the two men have very similar energies because
Yeah, they do.
and the way that they unalived and the
Hmm.
just generally just the fact that they both had women or
Yeah.
mistresses, and the
Yeah.
reason why they did the unalivings was because they wanted to be free, because this is what Shanann was showing me. Is there anything she wants to share with the world? Because obviously
Um,
a
she
lot has been
wants,
written.
yeah. Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt. She wants people to remember her and acknowledge her and her son, and not in a narcissistic way, but just to remember her um and just know that she's okay, that she's all right. This was a tragedy, but she is happy now and she is with her son.
I'm tearing
So I
up.
get,
I'm really
oh,
emotional. Yeah.
yeah. And she misses her mother dearly. Like her mother was really important to her. She
I
misses
think
her. She's mad because she's a little mad because there's so many things she wanted to do in this life. She was like I said, she was very traditional. She also wanted to have a baby girl. She wanted the perfect
mm,
marriage. She wanted to celebrate her son's first day of kindergarten. She wanted to celebrate his first birthday. I mean, she wanted to even see him be born, and that didn't happen. So, um, she was very, she was a good friend too. She misses her friends. Um, she wanted to share those traditions with her girlfriends too, because they had kids or they were going to start having kids. So she wanted to do it with them. And she just wanted to be part of the gang. She wanted to, she wanted to be with her friends and be with her mother and just, celebrate the holidays and have a beautiful family. And
mm.
that's what she wanted. And that's not what she got. And she's really disappointed.
Oh, she shouldn't be though, because she
Yeah.
can come back. She can choose a
Hmm.
different life and come back.
Yeah, that's true. Well, she said that she did help, like in them finding her, like
Mm,
I don't know if she had something to do with it. I think there was a man or woman walking on the beach and they found her. So I feel like she kind of intuitively guided people to her to get justice. That's what I get. And I feel like she also uh guided Amber Fry with us because Amber
oh.
Fry came forward. So I feel like but I don't feel like Amber's putting that together. I feel like Amber is more of a skeptic.
Mm-hmm.
And but I feel like, I feel like spirits or people from the other side can talk to us either in our dreams or telepathically. And that's what Lacy was doing for her. But I feel like Amber might have thought, is she talking to me or what? But then Amber would be like, no, that wouldn't be real. So, um, but I
Mm.
do feel like Lacy communicates with her mother
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah.
Her mom is
So
going through some kind of health issue, or I'm just picking
really,
some
oh,
kind of health
interesting.
challenge going
Yeah.
through.
Uh-huh. I feel that too. I wonder if her mother, she feel like she's susceptible to cancer. She could have cancer.
I didn't want to say it. I did not want to say it, but that's exactly what I
Yeah.
was picking up. But I
Mm-hmm.
was like,
Yeah.
it hasn't come out publicly and said it,
No.
maybe, but
Right.
yeah, that's exactly what I'm picking up as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because she's an emotional person. She, she lost her daughter, and
Yeah, she did.
that was traumatic for
Yeah.
her. And everything, all her feelings, all her emotions, everything she's trying to swallow, right? She's
Uh-huh.
trying to keep
Yeah.
down there, and that's
Hmm.
not good. It's all sort of manifested itself as, unfortunately, something bad for her health. So,
Yeah, exactly.
is there anything
Yeah.
else that maybe Lacy wants to
Mm.
share with us before we move
She
on
just
to?
wants to say thank you to everybody for all the support and like when they were looking for her, that she could feel the love from people, that people were, they came together, and she brought people together. So um, she just wants to say thank you.
People
And
still love you, Lacy. Still,
mhm,
people are still talking about you. There's so
yeah,
many documentaries, movies, books about, like,
yeah,
her memory is not, her memory
yeah,
lives strong in everybody's hearts, and that's
exactly.
the most
Her and
important thing.
Connor. Yeah.
And
So
Connor, yeah.
yeah.
One thing that I was also picking up before we started
Yeah.
was that because Connor's birthday would have been around now.
Oh yeah, that's true. You're right.
It would have been in
Yeah.
January, beginning of January,
Yeah,
around
exactly. Yeah,
now.
it would have.
So
Yeah.
happy birthday,
Happy
Connor.
birthday, Connor. But he unalived her the night before, like she was like that morning where she was getting things together, supposedly never happened. Like I think they were supposed to either have Sharon over, or they were supposed to go to Sharon's house and Lacy's stepdad's, but like for Christmas Eve, but they never did. So I just wanted to say too, I see Scott mopping the floor. So I don't know if he
Oh,
mopped the floor after he killed her. I think
I
there
know
was
why.
blood. Oh, really?
I know why. Because when you were describing how it happened, I was also picking up things. And I could see, the only thing I could see was, like, when you said that he was dragging her on the
Yes,
floor,
by her hair.
by her hair was wet. She had
Oh,
washed her hair, and she didn't have time to dry her hair. Her hair was wet because I could actually see the imprint of the water from her hair on the
oh,
floor.
interesting. Huh.
Yeah,
Wow.
that that's what I was getting.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he's mopping
Wow.
that, but why would he? DNA, I guess, because there is
Yeah,
DNA on
that's
your
true.
hair.
Yeah, could
Interesting. How
be.
did he carry her? Sorry, I mean, it's very gruesome, but I'm thinking of the details now. Like, how did he
Yeah,
carry Lacy, who was 8 months pregnant?
I know.
Did he drag
He
her all
did.
the way out? That I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. He wrapped her up and he just pulled her
Oh,
out.
and he
He
pulled her
pulled
out.
her because she was wrapped up. He
Oh,
wrapped her in like a tarp or something and tied her up.
wow. It
I
just
know.
it's disturbing
Hmm.
to think of it.
Yeah.
It's one thing unaliving your wife, and it's another thing when you're unaliving your very heavily pregnant wife.
Yeah, it's unbelievable that someone would do something like that to kill two people. I don't think he'll ever get out either.
No,
I think
no.
because I think they were trying to um see if he could, like, they could add some things to the case, kind of like what they're doing with the Menendez brothers. But I don't think he has a chance to get out. That's what I'm getting.
I don't think so.
But
I
he's
don't
not
think
going to.
so.
Yeah, I don't
If he
either.
gets out, it will be when he's like 85 or, old. Old and senile.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I
Yeah.
don't think. Oh, no, that's Menendez brothers is a little bit different. I can see
Yeah.
how
Right.
and
I
why
can
he would
too.
exonerate them, but
Yeah, right.
or
But
pardon
this,
them. Pardon, yeah.
yeah, this I don't see.
This I don't see because this we're talking about
Mm-hmm.
what was the motive? There was no motive. With
Right.
the Menendez
Right.
brothers, they had a
Uh-huh.
motive. They were abused,
Right.
sexually
Mm-hmm.
abused. They were abused.
Yeah.
In this case, there was no motive, right? She didn't threaten
Right.
his life. There was
No.
nothing. So
No.
I don't think
She
they will
didn't.
pardon him.
The
No.
oh, the other thing I wanted to say is I feel like Scott's gonna get health issues, and I feel like Scott's gonna die in prison.
Yep, that's what I was
That I
getting
get.
to.
Wow.
That's what I was
I
getting. And
don't
he's
even
not
think
going to
he'll.
die old, that's for sure.
No,
I'm
I
not.
don't. He won't even make it to 85.
Nope, no.
Mm-mm.
We were just saying hypothetically if he came out or what he said.
Hypothetically, right,
Yeah,
right.
but no, he's not coming out and he's dying in prison. That's what I saw.
Hmm.
And actually, you know what
Yeah.
I'm seeing? That he's going to be it's going to be, he's going to get sick, but very sick.
Mm.
Stomach cancer, another cancer, stomach
Hmm.
cancer or something, because I'm seeing things rotting inside of him. So,
Yes. I was seeing that too, of some kind of cancer, and I'm seeing him lose his hair.
yeah, so there
So he
you
will
go,
be
karma.
bald.
Karma, baby. There you go, Scott. You
And
should have gotten a
Rogaine,
divorce.
Rogaine, all the Rogaine in the world will not help you, Scott.
Nope, nope, no, it won't. You should have gotten a divorce when you could.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right. Thank you, Lacey, for coming
yeah.
through. Thank you.
Thank
We
you,
appreciate
Lacy.
it.
Now we have Chris Watts.
Another narcissist, sociopath, killer
Yeah.
who wanted out of his married and family life to be with his mistress. Just another
Yeah.
one. That's why we
Yeah,
chose those two because
exactly.
they're very
And
similar.
and he had three kids.
He had two and one on the way.
Oh, okay.
Or no, did
Wow.
he have three girls?
I don't remember. I thought he had a boy too. I can't remember because I'm getting a male energy around.
The male was the boy. Nico was the unborn baby.
Oh, okay.
That was Shanann's
Interesting.
unborn baby. She was
Wow.
15 weeks pregnant when she
Oh, I
passed.
didn't know that.
I think there
Interesting.
were two girls. There was Celeste and Bella.
Okay. All right.
You're
Because I was
picking up the
getting three
baby. You're
kids.
picking up
Okay.
the
I'm picking
baby,
up the baby. Interesting.
Nico.
Wow.
So with Shanann, what I'm getting is
Mhm.
this. So similarly to Lacy, I'm getting the Shanann. So they were like on and off. So even
Okay.
before she got pregnant,
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting that they were on and off. So it wasn't
Okay.
great. The relationship
Mm-hmm.
already it was rocky. Things were rocky in
Yeah.
the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And funnily enough, what I'm getting is it's not Chris who wanted out before all
Uh-huh.
this happened. It was
Uh-huh.
Shanann who wanted out,
Oh, okay.
interestingly enough.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm also seeing really something else. I'm seeing that she has patches on her body. So
Oh.
they look like nicotine patches. So I'm not sure if that's what I'm seeing.
Hmm.
What was she trying to quit smoking because she wanted to get pregnant or she was pregnant? But I
Hmm.
see like she didn't just have
Interesting.
one nicotine patch.
Yeah.
I'm obs- I'm I'm presuming these are nicotine patch, but they look like nicotine patches, and I see several of them on her body.
Wow. Interesting.
I don't know what that means.
Huh.
Um, Unlike Lacey, Shanann does blame the girlfriend, Nicole. I think the girlfriend
Okay.
was Nicole,
Interesting.
the mistress.
Yeah.
Yes.
That doesn't surprise me.
It doesn't surprise me because according to Shanann, if again, according to Shanann, Nicole, when she found out that Chris was married and had children,
Oh, wow.
she didn't she stayed with him. She
Oh,
stayed with him.
yeah. Yeah. That doesn't
And
surprise me.
it doesn't surprise me at all.
Uh-uh.
And I want to say something because a lot of rumors are going around about whether she knew, whether she was involved in this.
I feel like
You know,
she was. No.
yes,
I feel like this mistress, um, I don't want to say she provoked Chris. It wasn't provoking, but she supported whatever
yes,
he was going to do to get rid of Shanann.
yes. Yeah, she was delusional too. They lived in this bubble.
Yeah.
They lived in this honeymoon, this bubble. They
Yeah.
would talk like they would
Hmm.
talk for hours and say and talk about where they would
Yeah.
travel to, what they would do, what their home would look like,
Hmm.
stuff like that. And she
Yeah,
really
exactly.
believed all that. She lived in that bubble.
Yeah.
So it's not surprising that she went along with the unaliving in the sense that, because I don't believe that she was in touch with the reality at that
No,
point.
I don't either.
She wasn't. So we're not excusing her, or we're not,
Uh-uh.
we're just saying, and this comes from Shanann as well. So Shanann does not like this girl, this woman. Um, the other thing that I'm getting is that I'm a little bit all over the place, but this is how it comes through.
Mhm.
Celeste, I think, is the no, I don't know if she's the oldest of the two, but anyway, Celeste was the one that unfortunately passed first out of
I
the three of them.
oh right. Okay, the mom did. Did
No, the daughter did
oh
before the mom.
daughter.
Yeah,
Okay.
the daughter
And
was the first to go.
okay. Why are what was it about the water tanks? Is that where he put them?
He put them now. This is interesting because
Yeah.
I
Huh.
felt drowning. So
Yeah,
Shanann
I
told
did
me
too.
that she was drowning.
Oh my
She drowned.
gosh.
But the thing is, I don't believe that she drowned. I'm not sure if she drowned in those barrels, oil barrels, or these things that they found them in. I believe that's where she dumped them. He dumped
Huh.
them. He dumped the bodies.
Oh,
But
okay.
that's not how they were already dead by the time
Interesting.
he put them in the car and
Ugh.
took them to that location where he took them. But I
Wow.
felt drowning, and I don't believe it's Shanann that drowned. I believe he drowned his daughters, which makes it
Oh,
worse.
that's sad.
Sad and
Wow.
sick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's sick.
Sick.
Wow. How old were the daughters? Under the age of 10, right? They were
Oh, for
small.
sure. I think under
Three
the
and
age of six,
six.
both of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
Aw.
3 and
Yeah.
6 or somewhere
Mhm.
along those lines. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And
So
what made him do this? Like, what was the main reason that he just decided to kill the whole family?
he wanted to live his best life.
Yeah.
His family was a
Right.
burden. They had financial issues, I'm getting.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
they had debt. They had quite a bit of debt.
Wow.
So with a
Huh.
new baby, he didn't want this baby. And
No.
Shanann says she wanted the baby because she believed that that would mend the relationship and that would help them, and that
Yeah.
would help them really, even though they had financial issues. And
Yeah.
Shanann's telling me that Chris blamed Shanann for their financial issues, problems.
Oh,
She
wow.
said, yeah, I wasn't great with money, but it wasn't just my fault. She says it wasn't just
Right.
it was both of us.
Exactly. Yeah. I feel
So
the mistress didn't like these kids either.
oh, she did not like the
Yeah.
kids. She did not
Mm-mm.
like kids in general. I don't.
No.
She wasn't. She is because she's alive. She's a narcissist. I believe she's
Yeah.
also a
Yeah.
narcissist.
Is she in prison or not?
No, no, no,
Oh,
no.
interesting.
She's
So
not.
I feel like
Um,
she encouraged him to get rid of these people. I feel like she said to Chris, it's either them or me.
mhm. And that's why she's now living somewhere else and she's changed her name. So
Hmm.
I mean,
Good luck with that.
good luck with that. And I think that screams guilt a little bit as well, don't you think?
Yeah.
Why are you
Yeah,
hiding?
definitely. Yeah, I do.
So yeah, baby Nico was meant to help the relationship. That's what I'm getting. But
Ah.
I don't know if people know this. I don't know if this public knowledge, but Shanann
Mm-hmm.
told me that she had a miscarriage before she got pregnant with Nico. And actually, what happened was, and
Mm-hmm.
similarly to Scott, who
Yeah.
when Lacy told him she was pregnant, he didn't seem happy.
No.
Chris wasn't happy either, but she said the baby before, so the pregnancy before Nico, the baby that
Mm-hmm.
she lost, Chris there, that was the only pregnancy where Chris actually reacted in a positive way, more
Oh,
positive, because he's very monotone. He's very monotone. He's very flat, like he's
huh.
very flat line, Chris
Weird.
was.
Yeah.
But she
Huh.
said alarms went off because when she lost the baby, which was devastating for her,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
he seemed to be happy and relieved. This was before
Hmm.
Nico, about a
Yeah, that's
year.
what I get. I feel like she was pregnant with a girl.
Probably, I
Had a
don't know.
miscarriage.
Getting
I
that.
also feel like Lacy had a miscarriage too. That's what I was getting when I was channeling her. I forgot to mention that I feel like she lost a little girl maybe a year or two before she was murdered.
Oh,
Yeah. But
and now, and both of them, both of these women died pregnant as well. It's horrible.
that's
Any way you
terrible.
look at it, it's
Hmm.
terrible.
Yeah, it is.
I'm asking Shanann, how is Chris when they were married? Like, how was he
Yeah.
as a partner, as a husband?
Mhm.
She's like, flatline, flatline.
Huh.
Like,
Oh.
he rarely showed passion, emotion,
Hmm.
anything about things except for very few things that interest him.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, and not a lot. So that
Mm.
she was sort of like from the outside, she appeared to be more the alpha out of the two of them
Oh,
from the outside.
interesting.
But she said it's
Okay.
not the case because he, even though he was sort of like, he wouldn't scream, like he wasn't someone who would shout at her or be verbally abusive
Oh.
towards her,
Hmm.
but he
Yeah.
did manipulate, like he would manipulate her. He would
Yeah.
psychologically play these tricks, and
Interesting.
he would play on her self-confidence as well.
Wow.
She has some
Interesting.
kind of autoimmune disease as well. Shanann is showing me.
Oh,
Those are
wow.
the patches are not nicotine patches, she says. Okay, now
Wow.
I'm getting more. She says that it was some kind of, I don't know, some kind of like
Huh.
alternative, like
Right. That's, yeah. It's funny
health
you're,
thing.
yeah, it's funny you're saying that because I was getting, when you were saying there are nicotine patches, she was saying something about cupping, but I don't know if that's cupping. Cuppings where you have these, it's an
Yeah,
alternative
or
thing.
just yeah.
Hmm.
I know what you mean. I know what she was telling you because that's
Yeah.
exactly it's like health.
Mhm.
So these
Yeah.
patches were to help her because she had the autoimmune disease because she was
Right.
pregnant, 3 months
Hmm.
pregnant. It was
Yeah.
to help her body, I guess. Just like
Right.
cupping, I think,
Exactly.
is detoxing,
Yeah.
right?
But I know they have like stem cell patches too that
Maybe that's it.
my
Maybe, yeah.
client sells those.
Really?
Yeah, she does. They're supposed to like heal you and stuff.
Have you tried them?
No, I haven't, but I'm gonna get information on them so maybe we could talk about it sometime. Maybe I'll
Sure,
try one.
I'm
Yeah.
down.
Yeah,
I'm,
right.
I'm down for stuff
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah.
Um, Hold on, let me see what else is coming through.
Yeah.
She's wearing her blue dress. I believe
She
I'm not
is.
sure if this is what she was wearing when she passed, but she's wearing a blue
Okay.
dress.
Oh, interesting.
She's showing me her dress.
Wow.
Um, let's see what else.
Lacy was in red, like a red dress with little tiny yellow or white flowers on it. And it was
Interesting.
shorter sleeved and it was a long dress.
Shannon's is not long, it's sort of mid length,
Interesting.
and she's
Yeah.
got short sleeves as well, and she's got sort of like a V
Hmm.
neck here.
Interesting.
She looks great. She looks great. And
Yeah.
she
Same
says,
with
I feel
Lacy.
great. She says, I feel
Yeah.
great. And she's giving
Yeah.
me a little twirl.
Yeah. Same with Lacy.
Oh, see, they're in a good place. I'm happy to see that they're in good, in good place. They're happy, they're peaceful on the other
Yeah. Me
side. So
too.
I'm asking her about Chris. I'm like, so is she connecting? She says that Chris does think of like, so
Hmm.
Chris does connect with her energy sometimes, all right?
Oh, interesting.
And the girls. No, she's correcting me. Sorry. He's trying to connect with the girls, but she kind of like steps in and doesn't allow
Hmm.
him to. So he
Yeah.
like thinks of them or he talks to them sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Not out of guilt, people, not out of guilt. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just that
Yeah.
kids for narcissists and sociopaths are possessions or prized possessions
Yeah.
because they see them as an extension to them of themselves, right? So
Interesting.
he's lost their prized
Mhm.
possessions and he still thinks of them from time to time. He doesn't care about Shanann. I feel like
Yeah.
she was too much because she had this undiagnosed sort of like ADD, ADHD,
Oh,
and
yeah.
she was like miles an hour, a mile an hour. She would be like
Oh, wow.
all over the place.
Huh. I didn't know that.
Um,
Hmm.
he just it was too much for him. He just
Yeah.
couldn't, and
It
he
was
was needy.
overwhelming. Yeah.
According to according to Chris, she was needy. He
Yeah.
couldn't deal
Okay.
with
I
that.
see. I could see that. I feel like Chris wanted a son. Is that true?
Yeah, but he had a son. He was gonna have a son. Nico
Right.
was
I
his.
know. Right. No, no, no. I know. Like he
You
wanted,
mean the
like,
first? Yeah,
yeah,
the first.
like before she got pregnant with Nico, he said, I really want a son. I really want a son. And then she has a son. Then I feel like she's saying, then he killed me and the son. It's like he wanted the son, and now I give him a son, and then he offs me. So she's confused by that.
She is, yeah, I know. I picked that up too, but it was
I also get she
like,
couldn't please him. Like she tried to please
yeah,
him, and it just there was no pleasing him.
yeah,
If he said he wanted eggs, then he wanted potatoes. If he said he wanted a red BMW, then he wanted a like a I don't know, a black pickup truck. You know,
yeah.
it's like
That's
you couldn't
true. Yeah.
please the guy. I feel like he was kind of crazy.
And I feel he did it on purpose. A lot of times, he
Yeah.
would do things on purpose just to get on her last nerve and just to
Yeah.
get to her. So he would say, like, for instance, I don't want potatoes.
Mhm.
I don't want roasted potatoes. I want
Right.
mashed potatoes just to get to her.
Right. And she'll make the roasted potatoes and then she'll put them at the dinner table and he'd be like, well, I wanted mashed potatoes. And
Yes.
he'd make her go back and make those. It's like, come on.
Yeah, he's that type. That's the thing. And you know what?
Yeah.
After she got pregnant with Nico, even before she got pregnant with Nico,
Mhm.
she was already kind of distancing herself from Chris. She
Yeah.
wasn't sort of like
Right.
serving his needs and being at his beck and call all the time.
Right.
And she was very
Exactly.
focused at her. She was very good at what she was doing. She was a top at sales. She was very
Oh.
focused at what she was doing. And she was
Mhm.
already starting to sort of disconnect and disassociate from Chris.
Yeah, exactly.
And then she found out she was pregnant. I don't believe this pregnancy was easy on her. She's telling me that
No.
she was sick, morning sickness. She wasn't feeling well.
Yeah. And he
Um,
wasn't supporting her, I feel.
Not at all.
Oh.
She's showing me specifically she would take these ginger, she would either have ginger
Mhm.
gum or ginger candy, or she would take ginger shots because she was
Oh.
feeling nausea and she
Oh,
had morning
wow.
sickness.
Hmm.
And one time she was so sick she couldn't, and she asked Chris to go and get her something for
Uh-huh.
her feeling the way she was, and he didn't.
Huh. That's
He ignored
strange.
her. He just left
Yeah.
the house, never came back with the stuff. Like
Uh-huh.
that's what
Right.
he would do. That's what he would do. He was a little
Oh,
piece of.
wow.
Mm.
Interesting. Did he ever hurt you? Uh, what's her name again? Shanann? Yeah. Did he ever hurt Shanann? Like physically or?
No, there have
Oh.
been a couple of instances where there's been sort of like pushing and shoving,
Mm-hmm.
and but he didn't like. It wasn't like he would hit
Okay.
like punch
Right.
or
I see.
throw her around and stuff. Like he would
Okay.
push. Um, I guess that is also
Hmm.
considered violence, or it is considered abusive, but it
Hmm.
wasn't in the sense of like,
Yeah, I get it.
extremes of
Interesting.
violence or any case. This
Hmm.
is what
Right.
he's
It's not like
showing me.
OJ and Nicole where there was
Exactly,
a lot of
exactly.
physical
No,
violence.
no.
Right.
Um,
Um, I
I'm
hear
trying.
her, I almost hear her saying, I didn't mean to interrupt, that there was a lot of emotional abuse
Yeah,
with this
yeah.
guy. Yeah. And
He
her.
was very emotionally abused, and he was cold. Like he would
Yeah.
like. That's the thing. Like that's what he
Huh?
would use, and that it would make her very insecure because she was very insecure as a person.
Interesting.
Um,
Hmm.
he would just go cold on her
Yeah, that's what I get.
for
I
no
also,
reason.
yeah, I also feel like there was something with his job. I don't know if he was having issues with his job or,
I think he was unemployed at the time this
oh,
happened.
interesting.
According to
Yeah.
Shanann, he was
Oh, okay.
unemployed. She was
Interesting.
the breadwinner. She was the
Oh,
breadwinner. She was the one
oh,
who was bringing
really?
them up. And
Hmm.
yeah, they had a lot of debt. But she, at the end, towards
Hmm.
the end, she made more money than he did. Obviously, he was unemployed, but I mean, at the point when he had a
Wow.
job, so she was
Mhm.
supporting the family.
Oh, geez. Okay. So that's the issue with his job. Huh. And also, why do they keep showing me Colorado? Were they in Colorado or?
I think so. I
Oh,
think
interesting. Or maybe they had a trip there or
no, they lived in Colorado. They
did
weren't
they?
from Colorado, but they
Oh,
lived there.
but they
Yeah,
live there. Okay,
that's
because I
where
was seeing
she passed.
Colorado. Right. Huh.
No, you're spot
Okay.
on. That's where they lived, and that's where
Hmm.
she
Yeah.
passed.
Right. Why am I
I'm
seeing dirt? Was somebody buried or was there a lot of land around there, like a lot of dirt where they were found or
Yes, they were found in these like oil barrel thingies.
huh? Uh-huh.
Um, and they were like, yeah. Do you see trees around? Because I don't see trees
No,
around.
I don't see trees. It just looks like it's open land.
That's
Dirt.
exactly what I'm seeing. That's where they
Yeah,
found the barrels. That's where he dumped them.
interesting. Yeah. Why are they showing me a dog? Did a dog find them, like a sniffing dog, or don't you know?
I don't know from Shanann, but I know
Yeah.
from the past when I watched documentaries that there were sniffer dogs at the
Oh,
house
interesting. Yeah,
trying to find clues when they were missing. They hadn't found
yeah.
them yet.
I feel like the dogs found them. I could be wrong.
Could have been. I don't know that. I
Hmm.
don't. No, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think
I'm
you're.
only seeing two people in the barrels. Was somebody, one of them somewhere else, one of the three?
Yeah. The one little girl was somewhere else.
Okay.
Was she on the
Interesting.
was she wasn't in a barrel though. I feel she was
Hmm.
hidden. She was like
Right.
wrapped
That's what
up
I get.
somewhere. Is that what
Uh-huh.
you're getting?
I was getting, yeah, she was hidden somewhere. That's what I'm picking up on.
But she wasn't in the barrel with the others because there were
I was,
like two.
yeah, I don't feel that.
Are you getting this? What I'm getting, but I cannot make sense of it. Why am I seeing and hearing that did he mutilate one of them? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I feel
Something.
like maybe he did or cut them or he did something to them. I know.
You know what's interesting? The younger one, Bella, I think
Yeah.
Bella is the younger one. She
Hmm.
actually, Shanann tells me she actually witnessed a little bit of her sister's unaliving.
Oh my goodness.
She woke up,
Yeah, that's what I
she
was
saw it
seeing.
because it happened in their bedroom. It happened on the
Yeah,
bed.
that's what I was getting too. And I don't really honestly know much about this case. I mean, I want to learn more because there's documentaries on it. I haven't seen anything on it. I've only heard very little about it. But I was
I
seeing it
watched
was in their
one
bedroom.
years ago.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Before we came on, I actually had to go back because I couldn't remember the name of the children.
Oh,
I
okay.
couldn't remember. So I just went and, just grabbed the first article that I found. Just,
Yeah. No, that's good.
but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't remember all the details of the case, only what's coming through now, whatever
Yeah.
we're getting.
Yeah,
But
exactly. But I feel like the girls were in their bed.
that's what I'm being shown because I'm
Hmm.
shown that the little one actually opened her eyes while he was unaliving her
Oh,
sister, and
wow.
she saw, and then he said
Mm.
he said something along the lines, turn around or go back to sleep.
Mm.
Your sister's not feeling well. And she's
Mm.
like, I want mommy. This is what Shanann said. I want
Oh,
mommy. Where's mommy? Because I can hear her voice. And then
oh,
he finished the deed there and then went on to
oh,
the other
wow.
one.
Jeez.
Jeez,
I know. Terrible. I mean, so
terrible.
he murdered four people.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Three of them were his blood.
Oh, really? Okay.
Like they were his family.
Oh
They
yeah,
were
that's true. Well, there were
that's what I mean.
two kids. Oh yeah, and oh yeah, the wife wasn't his blood, but the three kids were,
Yeah, the
sorry.
three kids. She wasn't his blood.
Unless there's something we don't know about here. She could
Who
be the
knows? Maybe
young
something.
cousin from Kentucky.
I mean, nothing would surprise me anymore.
I know, right? It's crazy.
It's crazy. Nan's laughing with us. Oh my
Oh,
god.
good. I feel like she
She has
was
a sense of
nice,
humor.
but Shanann seems like she could be very serious, like very business-like. It'd be interesting to know what her sign was. I mean, we might not be able to find out, but
Hold on. A quick Google search won't hurt
okay.
anyone.
No.
Shanann Watts birth chart? Birthday. January the 10th. 6 days
Oh my
ago, five
gosh.
days
Oh
ago.
my gosh.
Capricorn.
Yeah. Whoa.
Shanann died in
Crazy.
August. So it was Shanann, the
Oh,
one that
that's
the August
interesting.
that we were
Oh,
picking up.
wow. That's
And they
interesting.
do live in Colorado. She was from
Okay.
North Carolina, but they lived in Colorado.
Okay.
So
I
you're
was
right.
getting a southern connection with her.
Ah, well, she's from
Yeah.
North Carolina, so there you
Yeah.
go.
So that's past the Mason-Dixon line. You know what I
Is
mean? I
it?
think the Mason-Dixon line ends in Maryland and then it goes into, you know what I mean? And then
Well,
you're
yeah. I
and
know what you mean.
there goes. Right.
What was Lacy?
Taurus.
You said
Uh,
Taurus.
but maybe look it up to be sure if you don't mind. Because maybe
No,
I
no
didn't.
problem. You said
Yeah.
intuitively you picked up.
Taurus.
Let's see. I'm sure she is Taurus. Birthday. Spot on, May 4th, Taurus.
Oh my gosh.
Spot on.
Wow.
Well
I
done.
never
Yeah.
looked it up either. She just was telling me during the
I
reading
know, but you're
Taurus.
spot on. 4th of May.
Wow, that's amazing. I feel like Sharon Rocha is a Scorpio. I don't know if you want to look that, if you mind, or I
Let's
can.
see. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's see. Karen Rocha or Roca.
Uh-huh.
Karen.
I think it's Rocha, I believe.
Yeah, founder. Yeah, interview. Hold on. Birthday. Let's hope. Oh, is this her? Yes, this is her. She's a Scorpio.
Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. I was feeling she was a Scorpio. Spirit was saying she's a Scorpio. When's her birthday? November 1st?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's so crazy.
Jamie. Amazing. You were like spot on with her signs because you were feeling.
Yeah.
Did you hear it or did you
Yeah.
feel the energy?
I could sense it, and Spirit was telling me what they were.
Wow. So she,
Yeah.
oh, poor Scorpio, Sharon. A lot of karma with
Uh,
Scorpios.
yeah.
Isn't it interesting that we have these two similar sort of like cases
Yeah.
with two narcissistic, horrible, disgusting human beings who completely unalive their families,
Yeah.
their loved ones, and their wives, both of them being earth signs,
Yeah.
one
Isn't
Taurus
that
and one
interesting?
Capricorn.
That's
Isn't that
interesting.
interesting?
That's very interesting.
And Taurus
Yeah.
and Capricorns are they're all about family. They're all
Yeah,
about their
they
kids,
are. They're
family.
grounded,
They
grounded.
cater to their partner's needs. Like, isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. I'd like to see what
Ah,
Scott Peterson is. I feel like
that's
he's
what
a
I was
fire.
about to.
I feel like he's a Sagittarius, but I could be wrong.
I feel Chris Watts is. Oh, Chris Watts is a Taurus.
Oh, Scott's a Scorpio, October
Oh, I'm not
24th.
surprised. Not
Interesting.
surprised.
Oh, who is Chris is a Taurus?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Wow. Um, I feel like Chris snapped. Did Chris snap? Because I don't feel like Scott snapped. I feel like Scott was always weird.
Yeah, I agree. Um, yeah, Chris snapped. It,
Wow.
Chris snapped. He was coming. He wasn't, I don't know what, I don't remember what the excuse was or where he was or where she
Hmm.
was. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I mean, that day, the day
Yeah.
of,
Right.
but he was with Nicole, his mistress. So
Oh,
with
interesting.
Chris, I'm telling you, the mistress did play a part in this. I don't,
Ah.
he was
Yeah,
on
I
the
do
edge.
too.
He
Yeah.
was on
And
the edge. He needed a little bit of a push, and she gave him the push where he said, "Okay, I'm doing this. I'm getting rid of
yeah,
my family."
exactly. Because Amber Fry didn't know about this.
Amber Fry, when you look at her, you can tell that she's
Right.
she
Hmm.
carries a lot of guilt, a lot of remorse, a lot
Yeah.
inside of
Yeah.
her. The
Yeah.
other one, I remember when I watched the documentary, and there were
Yeah.
like these clips from the news, where they
Oh,
interviewed
yeah.
her and stuff. I was like,
Right.
I don't like this energy. I don't like
No.
this woman.
No. Uh-uh.
Something about her. So he did snap because
Yeah.
boop, she gave him the push that he needed, or not needed,
Exactly.
or the push that
Yeah.
he.
No, that's true.
So yeah, but
Wow.
Shanann's in she's in a great place. The thing she
Good.
says is like her girls are with her, Nico is
Good.
with her.
Okay, good.
She's just saying that she wishes she was still on Earth. Why? Because
Yeah.
her dream was always like she said she always talked with her little girls about
Hmm.
how their wedding is going to be, because they were like little princesses. They like to dress
Oh,
up, and they like
yeah.
to, do role playing and stuff like that. And she
Oh,
said that one thing that she regret, the one thing that she wishes
yeah.
she could have, was like to see her little girls grow up, get married, walk down the aisle, because this is something that they talked a lot about,
Yeah.
she and the girls. So that she would drive in the car, and the girls were like, when I get married, mommy, I want this type of cake, or I want my
Yeah.
wedding dress. And she said, I wish I had that. And he took it away from my girls and myself.
Yeah,
So,
that's
but
terrible.
she's good. She's got a
Yeah.
lot of family members around, or a lot
Hmm.
of like
Yeah.
souls around her, which is
Hmm.
good, is always a
Yeah.
good sign.
I'm picking up on
Um,
somebody that's a nurse. I don't know if I don't think she was a nurse, but it could be somebody in her family was a nurse.
maybe.
Yeah.
I don't pick that up. No.
Hmm.
Maybe her mom was?
Maybe, or if she had a sister or friend, or there was a nurse connected to
Probably.
her. Yeah.
Hold on, what she said. Oh, I'm asking her, would she come back anytime soon? Nope.
Oh, she's not going to come back.
Anytime soon. No. She will at
No.
some point, but it's not something that she wants to do right now.
Yeah. Maybe
And she
she's still doing her, what do they call that? Their life review.
life, yeah. One thing that she's making very clear, she's definitely not reincarnating. Any for as long as Chris Watts is on Earth,
Oh,
he's
wow.
alive, she's definitely not coming back.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah. Chris Watts,
Hmm.
unlike Scott
Uh-huh.
Peterson,
Yeah.
he's dying in jail too, and he's dying old.
Oh, interesting.
Mm.
Wow.
Someone stabbed him. Shanann said that
Yeah.
I think it was a few
'Cause
years ago,
yeah, I
someone
feel like
stabbed him
that's
in
funny.
prison.
Yeah, that's funny you said that. I feel like someone is gonna try to kill him in prison. Or
And they
maybe they
have
did.
tried already. Yeah,
Interesting.
maybe that's gonna happen. It's not gonna be successful. Like, he's not gonna
No.
get killed. But
Yeah.
yeah, they definitely in prison. I don't think he's got a lot of
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah, I
So
don't either. I don't feel like he is. I wonder where he is. Do you know what state he's in, Chris?
Texas, I heard Texas. I don't know
Oh,
if that's
interesting. Because Scott's up, I think Scott's in California up north,
oh really?
I think, in
Where were
Northern
they? Where
California.
did where did they live? Where did this happen?
They
Scott.
they they lived in Modesto, which is
Ah.
in the like Northern California.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I know where it is because I have a friend. She's from Modesto.
Oh,
Yeah, her dad is
interesting.
a narc, like an undercover.
Oh, wow. Uh-huh.
Yeah, really interesting
Yeah.
stories.
Huh.
The stories. He's
Wow.
retired now, so it's okay to say it publicly. But
Are they vice cops, narcs, or
they're vice cops.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's my friend in high school. Her dad was a vice cop. He was actually really cool.
her dad is really cool and the nicest guy
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
Slowly, I'm gonna let
Yeah.
Shanann
Okay.
go.
Thank you, Shanann, for coming through. And I'm sorry what happened to you and your family.
She's very grateful. She's also saying thank you to everyone, to the world.
Oh,
She's saying thank you to the world for keeping the memory of her children alive, mostly
oh.
her children.
Yeah. Now, I just have one last question before she goes.
Mhm.
How was Shanann's and Chris's relationship?
How was it
Yeah, like toward the end.
before, toward the
Toward the
end?
end? Yeah.
Not good. She says they
Okay.
were like, there were ups and downs, but you know what she's saying?
Mm.
They were basically, they were, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Separated pretty
Oh,
much.
interesting. Okay.
She says that
Wow.
they weren't intimate. They weren't even sleeping in the same bed.
Oh,
Like a lot of
wow.
times he would sleep on the couch or he would sleep
Uh-huh.
downstairs. So she says that, but it was just she felt that he might turn around and things could change once the baby arrived.
Yeah, right.
There was hope with Nico, but
Yeah.
no.
Oh, that's sad.
Things didn't escalate towards the end. Things were pretty much
Hmm.
like Chris's behavior did not change much from what it was before. Are
Oh,
you picking
okay.
something else? Are you picking
No,
something else?
I felt like they didn't get along. I felt like um I felt like maybe she tried to get pregnant to keep him, but I feel like he was
Mhm.
more the distant one than her. I feel like she actually did love him at one point or something. I feel like she wanted to try, but I feel like he's kind of the one that pulled away, like Scott. I mean, Scott was out messing around with different
Yeah.
women, you know. Yeah.
No, I believe Shanann loved him
Yeah, at one point or
at one point, a
yeah.
little bit towards the end, because he was the father of her children.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
You know, there wasn't hate, there wasn't resentment
No.
yet.
No, right.
I have to say this though,
Hmm.
Shanann, she's like, you can say it.
Yeah.
There were times that Shanann wasn't easy. All right, we've got to
Huh.
say this.
Yeah.
Even though she's the victim, like sometimes
Hmm.
she wasn't abusive or anything, like verbally abusive or anything like that, but she could
Yeah.
be demanding at times.
Okay.
Just like he was weird and he was like, I don't want to roast
Uh-huh.
potatoes and this.
Yeah.
She was sometimes she was very, because she had this
Yeah.
whatever, this
Right.
undiagnosed situation going on.
Yeah.
She's like, her mind was like going from one thing to the other. And a lot of
Mhm.
times she was too direct. And Chris did not
Oh,
like that. He was very
interesting.
insecure, and he there
Hmm.
there were certain things that would trigger him.
Oh,
So she sometimes had to tippy-toe around his moods. He was
yeah.
moody as
So
well.
interesting.
Yeah,
Wow.
not
Yeah.
easy. But it was dead, but I mean, no pun intended, but the relationship
Yeah.
was done
Yeah. Yeah.
by that point, you know, but because of the
Wow.
dog, she was hoping that maybe Nico would have changed the
Yeah.
dynamic of the relationship.
Right.
But
Exactly.
in my opinion, I don't think so. If Nico was
Yeah.
born,
Hmm.
you know, I believe he would have done it regardless. You know, he would have.
Yeah. I do too. I do too. I feel like Nico wouldn't have lived a long life on Earth
No, I
if
don't
he
think
was
he had
born.
a contract to be on Earth, actually. I
No,
don't feel
Yeah.
he was,
Wow.
so
Interesting.
sad. But at least they're good, you know, once they're in the spirit world.
Yeah.
They're happy. They
Right.
see things in a very different
Yeah.
light.
Hmm.
And they fulfill their contract. So Shanann,
Yeah.
Lacy, the kids,
Hmm.
they all fulfill their contract.
Yeah, exactly.
So off to the next one, off to the next life for them.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Let me thank
Uh,
her. She's thanking us. She says,
it's nice.
this is amazing. She's like, this is fantastic. She's very much about women, Shanann. I want to say
Oh,
this. She's very
good.
much a proponent and advocate for women's rights and
Oh,
pretty much a feminist.
wow, that's good.
Supports women. That's really good. She
Yeah.
said she worked with a lot of women. Um,
Oh.
she was empowering. She knew how to empower
Hmm.
women, how to. She was a good salesperson, and she was
Wow.
also a good mentor as well. She was
Oh,
great at
wow, I bet.
feeding you blood and
Hmm.
stuff. So she says, "This,
Yeah.
keep it up, girls." She's very
Supportive.
bubbly, very
Oh,
bubbly,
that's
supportive
good.
and
Yeah, she
bubbly.
seems like it.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's so
that's
nice.
cute.
This was great.
Yeah.
Um, and this was different. We did not channel the killers because they're alive. We channeled their
Right.
victims.
Yeah,
So,
that was cool.
and that's cool,
Yeah.
channeling the victims, because
Yeah.
sometimes we want to hear what they experienced, you know,
Exactly.
what it was
Right.
like for
Because
them.
their voice was silenced because they were unalived. Mhm.
Exactly. What's the next one going to be on? Black
Uh
Dahlia.
yeah, Black Dahlia. Did we want to do one on OJ or did you already do one on OJ?
Black. Oh no, I haven't. I want one. I
OJ
want to
the
do.
Black
Want to do
Dahlia
OJ?
too. Yeah, I mean we could just do the Black Dahlia and focus on her.
Yeah,
I
sure.
mean, one of us actually could be the one that murdered her, and one of us could be the Black Dahlia, like channel. It's up to you.
That is yes.
That's
That
really
is such a
interesting.
good idea. That is such a good idea. Channeling the murderer and the victim.
Yeah, exactly. One of us channels the victim, one of us channels the murderer.
That's the one we're doing.
Mhm. Then the other one with OJ, someone could channel OJ, and the other one could channel Nicole and Ron. That
Yes.
might be good.
So they both passed. Yes. Okay, let's
Yes.
do that. Let's with the cases when that.
Oh my
Yeah, I like
gosh,
that.
that would be fun.
I don't think anyone's done this before. Have you ever
No,
seen
it's
mediums
no,
where
I
they're
am
one?
not. No.
Okay, so the next one's going to be Black Dahlia and then OJ Simpson.
Yeah, this will be great. Oh my
Clear
gosh.
your calendar, Jamie. We've got
Yeah. Oh
readings to do.
wow.
We've got channeling
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah, we do. This is great.
And since
Yeah.
this is coming out, sorry, I'm taking over, but since
Oh
this
no,
is
you're fine.
coming out before our next video, because what we're preparing is another interview where we have Preston Dennett and Dolly Saffron on,
Yeah, on the
and that
22nd. Yeah, we're filming
that's
it on
going
the
to happen.
22nd. Yeah, it's coming up.
And that was supposed to be happen today, everyone. Just to be transparent, we were supposed to interview them today. Things happen, things there
Yeah.
was a clash with our
Yeah.
schedule, and we did
Hmm.
this instead. And there's a
Yeah,
reason
this is great. Yeah,
how things
definitely.
turn out.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to thank everybody for tuning in today. And you can find me on the Electric Spirit podcast at psychicjamie.com. And then, Natalie, you want to tell people where they could find you? They want to
Yes.
reach out?
Okay, I'm on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok as Femme Tarot, and also
Mhm.
my website. If anyone wants to book a reading, it's www.femtarot.com. It will be added down below.
Yeah, definitely. And my tagline or whatever they call it, or forget what they call it, is at
Handle.
Yeah, handle. I knew that is at SoCal Healer on Instagram, and um yeah, and Jamie Intuitive Reader on YouTube and TikTok. Thank you for joining me today, Natalie. I look forward to future segments with you. This
Me
is going to be really great. We have
too.
some really great things coming for 2025.
And this is just the
Excited.
beginning. And this is
Yeah,
just the beginning. We
just the
have
beginning.